they've been with me on 2 more trips, all of them since then.
And that's the part I think most people,
Yes.
we're looking so short-sighted. We don't see the long-term goal is let me do the right thing now so I can retain this customer forever.
Yes.
Not for the next year, but forever. And then have that person that not only goes on the trip, but then becomes an ambassador for you to send more people to come on the trips and have their life change.
Oh yeah, we one person became an affiliate and started bringing more people on the trips because they knew they were going to be taken care of. They weren't going to be left hanging trying to figure out, well, where are we going to stay? What are we going to do? We put them in the hotels and we took care of their accommodations and their flight. And so from there, that was it. It was a easy. It was painful because I didn't want to give up the $10,000 like that, but that's what I had to do. So I made that back and then preserved the reputation of the company and really kind of set a standard for them so they know they're going to be taken care of. And so we'll do that on many different levels. And so we think about that along the way, and we make sure that people are taken care of. And that's just the bottom line. It hurts at times, but in the end, I play the long game. I tell Freddie all the time, I said, I play the long game. I said, that's how I do it. I said, sometimes you take a loss a little bit right here, but if you hang in there for the long game, then the returns will come back.
I love it. And if I could just add, you talked about the long game. What I think you're great at, right? One of many things I think you're great at, and you've been great inside of the traffic sales and private TSP community, is collaborations. And I feel like collaboration is a long game. Like tell us about some of the collaborations you've done, and then tell us like how you view those.
Those are my people. I mean, again, this goes back to TSP. And I look at where the majority of my clients come from and what helped propel me to the multiple 7 figures is being in the collaborative and being in the mastermind. So I think about Freddie with Urban Intellectuals, and we've really established a strong friendship. So it's not just business. I think what happens is we look at collaborations as business when it's really relational and it's really about friendship. Freddie and I just took his father to Cuba last week. And he's 94 years old.
94 years old.
And we're just hanging out. There was no business going on. We were just making sure his father had a great time. And so that established the relationship to say, well, now his father and I have a relationship and we're friends, So when I think about Shanteria with Travel Divas, she was really the first person who watched what I was doing and said, Jay, I want to give you a shot. I believe in what you're doing. Sent 4 groups to Ghana. She wasn't servicing Ghana at that point. She said, we're going to send 4 groups to Ghana with you. And now we're picking up her Brazil, her Colombia, of course, Ghana, we're doing Senegal. And it goes to the relational component, but then also being able to deliver. Cecily was so creative.
Yes.
She took over 100 people to Ghana. So I'm looking at this, and we have Coach Cash. She's going to Tanzania. Of course, you all are going to Ghana.
Yeah, we're going to Ghana. We'll talk about it in a second. We're definitely talking about that.
So all of this comes out of the TSP community. And anytime I hear someone say, "Oh, no, I can't be a part of those things," I'm saying, "Well, okay, all right, you're missing out because sometimes this didn't just start or happen overnight. It took me a few years being in the mastermind." And then establishing the relationships and the credibility for someone to trust me with their brand.
Yeah.
If I just show up, hey y'all, I'm trying to sell you something, I'm hustling like I'm hustling on the street in DC or whatever. Somebody needed to watch and see he's consistent.
And that's the part.
He's consistent, he's patient, he's actually cool. He doesn't always hang out and talk a whole lot.